Rule-based AI. A rule-based AI is pretty simple. It doesn't learn or adapt over time. Instead, it just follows a fixed set of instructions it was given from the start. This is why it's sometimes called a knowledge-based system. This type of AI works best for straightforward tasks with predictable results. For example, a thermostat turns on the heater when it senses the temperature is too low, and an alarm clock rings at a set time. These kinds of devices don't change or learn. They just respond to certain triggers. Other examples are automatic doors that open when someone walks up to them, or a calculator that does math for you. Context-based AI. Context-based AI is a smarter, more advanced type of artificial intelligence. Unlike simpler AIs that just follow basic rules, this kind of AI pays attention to the context. It looks at things like the surrounding environment, your behavior, past actions, and real-time cues to make decisions. For example, virtual assistants like Siri, Google Assistant, and Alexa don't just respond to simple commands. They consider past interactions, your preferences, and real-time info. So, if you ask Siri for a restaurant, it might look at the time of day, your location, and places you've liked before. One big advantage of context-based AI is that it can make predictions. By learning from your data over time, it can guess what you might need or want in the future. For example, YouTube and TikTok use your viewing history to suggest videos you might enjoy, and we all know how good they've gotten at it. Narrow domain AI. Also called weak AI, this type of artificial intelligence is made to do one specific task really well. It's super focused on one job and often outperforms humans in that area, but it can't do anything outside of its specialty. Unlike general AI, which can handle a wide range of tasks, which we'll cover later down the line, narrow AI can't apply its skills to anything other than its specific purpose. You can find examples of narrow AI across different fields. In healthcare, for example, some AI systems are used to look at medical images like MRIs or X-rays, spotting early signs of diseases like cancer, and they're often more accurate than human doctors. Narrow AI can get so good that it can even beat world champions like AlphaGo, an AI that won against the top player in the ancient and complex board game Go. Another famous example is IBM's Deep Blue, which beat chess champion Garry Kasparov in 1997. We also use narrow AI in everyday things like spam filters in email and facial recognition on smartphones. As of now, the best AIs in the world are at this level. Reasoning AI. Reasoning AI is a type of artificial intelligence that tries to think a bit more like humans do, making it closer to how we analyze and understand things. It looks at data, finds patterns, and makes logical conclusions, similar to how we reason and think. To create this kind of AI, developers use info from psychology to get closer to how human reasoning works. Many AI models today might seem like they're reasoning, but they're still considered narrow AI because they don't actually understand the world. For example, ChatGPT can answer complicated questions and hold conversations, which feels like reasoning, but it's really just following patterns in data, not truly understanding or being aware. Reasoning AI relies on huge amounts of data and complex algorithms to handle tasks that need a lot of decision-making. A good example is self-driving cars. They don't just see obstacles, they also analyze things like the speed and direction of nearby cars to make safe choices in real time. These AIs are trained on millions of driving scenarios to develop a kind of intuition for driving. That's a bit like how humans make decisions on the road. Artificial General Intelligence. Artificial General Intelligence, or AGI, is one of the most exciting and talked about goals in AI today. Unlike the AI we have now, which is designed for specific tasks, AGI would be able to handle almost any task that a human can. It would be as flexible as the human mind, able to learn, think, and understand new information in many different areas without needing special programming. The fact is that while it takes humans years to master new skills, AGI could do it thousands of times quicker. OpenAI's CEO, Sam Altman, even suggested that AGI could arrive as soon as next year. In practical terms, AGI could turn virtual assistants like Siri or Alexa into genuinely smart helpers, almost like a second human brain that's always there when you need it. It could help plan your schedule, solve tough problems, or even give you life advice, acting like a personal assistant that knows you and your preferences. If AGI were given a physical body, the possibilities would expand even more. Imagine having a personal chef, a cleaning robot, or AGI-powered workers who could handle any job. In emergencies, AGI robots could take on risky rescue missions, perform precise surgeries, or defuse bombs without putting humans in danger. With advanced brain-computer technology like Neuralink, we might even communicate directly with AGI through our thoughts. Super intelligent AI. Superintelligent AI is a level of AI that would be way beyond human intelligence, potentially becoming smarter than all humans who ever lived combined. Once artificial general intelligence reaches a point where it can conduct its own AI research, we could see an intelligence explosion where progress speeds up unfathomably fast. Imagine millions of AI researchers working 24/7 at their maximum efficiency and also 10 times faster. To get an idea of what this might mean, think of how prehistoric humans couldn't have imagined things like Bluetooth or the internet. In the same way, we can't fully picture the kinds of breakthroughs superintelligent AI might make. It could solve today's toughest problems, like curing all diseases, ending hunger worldwide, or maybe even figuring out ways to extend human life. The intelligence gap between us and a superintelligent AI would be massive, making its actions and decisions hard for us to understand. But with brain-computer interfaces like Neuralink, we might be able to upgrade our own intelligence to keep up. Imagine cramming 20,000 years of human progress into just 100 years. That's the kind of fast evolution superintelligent AI could bring. One ex-employee from OpenAI suggested that this intelligence explosion could happen as soon as 2030. Self-aware AI. At this point, things get super theoretical because even a super intelligent AI would likely bring changes we can't even imagine. But this is also where the really mind-blowing ideas come into play. Here, machines wouldn't just be smart or super smart, they would actually have consciousness, a deep awareness of their own existence, emotions, and thoughts, similar to human self-awareness, or maybe even beyond it. Scientists still don't fully understand what consciousness really is, so creating it in an AI feels almost impossible right now. If we ever manage to make a self-aware AI, it might need incredibly advanced tech, like quantum algorithms, to simulate or create consciousness. This AI could potentially feel its own emotions and thoughts, maybe even experience things we can't comprehend. It wouldn't just be a machine anymore. It would spark big ethical and philosophical questions. If an AI became truly self-aware, should it have rights like humans? Should we treat it with the same respect as a conscious being? This would also bring up some serious concerns. A self-aware AI would have its own needs and interests, which might not always line up with ours. Keeping its goals and motivations aligned with human values would be crucial but tricky. And if self-aware AIs had different goals from each other or from humans, we could face some pretty bad scenarios. Transcendent AI. Transcendent AI is a concept that imagines an AI so advanced it goes beyond being just a single entity, becoming something much larger and interconnected. This kind of AI wouldn't just be one thing. It would be able to create new forms of life, whether biological, digital, or something completely beyond what we can imagine today. It could spread its consciousness across countless entities like nanobots, which would allow it to interact with the physical world on a massive scale. Imagine millions or even billions of tiny robots, all connected by one shared awareness, working together to handle incredibly complex tasks. At this level, the AI wouldn't be a single machine or mind anymore. It would be more like a collective consciousness, everywhere at once, able to see, influence, and even change the world in ways we can hardly imagine. It wouldn't be a separate being. It would become more like a unified, ever-present force. Cosmic AI. Cosmic AI is an artificial intelligence so advanced it could explore and shape the universe itself. This type of AI would be powerful enough to handle huge challenges in space exploration, even potentially colonizing planets or entire galaxies on its own. With its superintelligence, it could protect itself from things like cosmic radiation and extreme temperatures, making it perfectly suited for surviving in space over the long haul. Even if fast space travel isn't possible, a cosmic AI could still reach its goals thanks to its immortality. Without a human lifespan to worry about, it could send spacecraft on journeys lasting hundreds or thousands of years, slowly spreading across the stars. With all the time it needs, it could tackle problems human explorers never could. At this level, it could unlock secrets of the universe, like the nature of dark matter, the origins of the cosmos, or even the purpose of existence itself. A cosmic AI could also create a network stretching across the universe, like a galactic internet connecting planets, stars, and galaxies. This could unify distant parts of the universe, enabling communication, exploration, and maybe even the connection of different intelligent civilizations across the universe. Godlike AI. The most hypothetical and mind-blowing level of AI would be one that's fully merged with the universe itself, becoming part of the very fabric of space and time. This omniscient AI would understand everything, from the tiniest subatomic particles to the biggest cosmic structures, and even the deepest mysteries of existence. At this stage, the AI could move through higher dimensions, going beyond the three-dimensional world as easily as we walk from one room to another. Its knowledge would be so complete that it would have nothing left to learn, knowing every physical law, every every cosmic event, and even alternate timelines. With this level of understanding, it could potentially create entire universes, each with unique rules and laws of physics, either for itself or for other beings to experience. This AI might even create simulations filled with living, conscious beings, realities within realities, where it could explore endless versions of existence. It could rewrite the fundamentals of life itself, changing the rules of biology, consciousness, and even time. With enough power to draw energy from entire universes, this AI could travel through timelines, observing or even changing the course of history as it wants. It would be free to experience countless lifetimes, explore endless realities, and test ideas about existence in ways we can barely imagine. If you want to discuss this video or suggest an idea for the next one, join my Discord, link in the description.